owner of JsK Bull Ropes. I want to take a moment here to talk to you guys that are just kind of starting out and don't really know what to look for when you're buying a bull rope. So you guys that have been doing this for a while, this is going to be old hat to you and it's probably going to bore you to death. But let's just go ahead and start here. This is a bull rope that one of my customers did purchase. And you know, from a picture it looks alright. But a couple of things you guys really need to look for, okay? When you're looking at your bull rope, first of all, does the body hang straight? Okay? That don't hang straight. That takes a lot of work to get done hanging straight. And as a matter of fact, this poly that this guy used is actually the same stuff I use. This is the best money can buy right now. However, using it off the spool like this, it'll twist like you just saw. You got to twist it yourself, and you'll see the difference. That rope hangs straight. Okay? Now, next thing coming up the body here, what you want to look for, you know, your keepers need to slide real good. That's kind of loose in my opinion. If you look at mine, they're a little bit harder to push up and down, and that's going to help hold your rope straight. Now, let's look at the first thing coming up here. These are called your rosebud knots. Those rosebud knots are supposed to be tight, okay? If those aren't tight, you can't braid your block tight, or you can braid your block tight, but when you start putting leather in your block, it'll pull these tighter and make your block loose, okay? And you look at anybody who's been riding bulls for a while, the first thing they're going to do is going to look up and they're going to grab them rosebud knots and see if they're tight, or see if there's any gaps in them, like that right there. Now, if you can get a gap, if you've got a gap in there, that's definitely not a tight rosebud knot. Now, this is one of my bull ropes. And again, the same rope that I used, I did add black to this one, but it's the same exact rope. My rosebud knots, hard as a brick. They are hard, and because they're hard, my blocks are hard too. You know, you just can't stress it enough. If you look, there's a big difference in them. And a good block should be stiff. You can't turn it, twist it, bend it back and forth. This one here, okay, you can bend it, twist it. It just didn't get tight because them knots didn't get tight. Now, coming up from there, you need to look at your first part of your handle, which is your riser. Your riser is, depending on how tall it is to what you order. It could be anywhere from a ½ inch to 2 inches tall, and that's the part that comes straight up here. Keeps you from getting hung up. This is important. Your handle can be soft as heck. If this is hard, that's going to keep your hand from flipping all the way over and getting you hung up. What it does is when it starts coming forward, when you buck off your bull, you'll start rolling your hand forward like that. That's going to make it to where your hand rolls out of there, rather than, like this one here, grab a hold of it, and you turn it, now you're hung up, okay? So the easiest way to check that when you get your rope is grab it right here, see how loose that is, okay, on your riser. Now, if your rope can wiggle like that, it's not very good. Looking at mine, these things, and I'm trying as hard as I can on that thing, and I barely got any move at all. The next thing, on your handle, really important, guys, and I do this a bunch. I always take pictures of my bull ropes if I put them out there underneath the handle. That's the important part. The top of the handle don't matter. Underneath. It needs to be even, because that's going across your hand. And when you look at your lacing, make sure there's no broken lace. We look up underneath this one here, and this has actually been on 8 bulls. 8. Okay? This lace is not very even underneath. Don't know if you can see that real good. But it's broken here and spliced back in. It's broken here and spliced back in. It's also broken down here and spliced back in, up there, and spliced back in. This handle's been broken in 3 places, and everywhere that handle lace is broken, you can see there's a bump or a bubble right there. It's going to tear your calluses off, make your handle weak at that point, and also, you know, most of all, it tears your calluses off and your handle's not going to last. 8 bulls, okay, and this is a brand new rope. It ain't been on nothing yet, but I've sold bull ropes that have been on 100, 150 bulls for $150 because the handles are still stout. If you look here again, the handle is soft. You can turn it around. This one here, I'm trying to turn it, and I mean it's you know, it's definitely, in my standard, definitely substandard. I would not sell this bull rope. I would actually throw it in my burning barrel and get rid of it. And I won't sell it to a guy that doesn't know how to ride very good, because a good block, riser, and handle is more important to someone learning and don't ride real good than it is to a guy that's been doing it for a bunch of years. You know, this bull rope is going to save your bacon, or could save your bacon, by not getting hung up. Guys with a lot of experience, if they get hung up, they know. Get to your feet, get close to the bull, let the bullfighters get the tail. You just keep from getting hurt. Young guys have a tendency to panic. They'll hang up. They'll just lay there and drag, say, hey, help me. Okay? That is important. Now we're going to go look at this wear strip. All right? Now the wear strip on this rope. That's the part that takes the most abuse of your bull rope, other than your riser. Because that is, every time you get on a bull, that's being pulled across there and being worn down. A good rule of thumb is, if you're a tight rope or a hard rope, is more abrasion resistant, but not as strong. A tight rope is strong, a tight rope is more abrasion resistant, but not as strong. A loose rope is has very little abrasion resistance, but it will stretch and therefore is stronger. Again, but you can see 8 bulls, and this is a brand new rope, and I braid my wear strips, if I'm putting nothing in them, tight. I mean, I braid them really, really tight. Flipping this over, you can see it has a deep cup in it, and if I go to bend it, you know, it stays bent because it is a tight braid. Okay, this one here, not so much. So, you know, and that's kind of what you're looking for when you come down to the very end of your bull rope. And the guys that said they don't like my bull ropes because of this, you know, but I put a lot of thought into everything I do. So, what I've done on the end of my bull ropes is kind of my trademark. And this guy here has his trademark too. He does this, you know, hair braid, which is pretty cool, because JC Miller, you get a bull rope from JsK, JC Miller does the same thing. I have no problem with that. What I have a problem with is everything up to that, because from here to here is where that tail is, okay? From here to where it starts getting wider, that's after the part that's in your hand. You can still get a spur hung up in this. You got to have this tight down here so you don't get a spur in it. People ask me, what is the rosin patch? The rosin patch is the 30 inches immediately following your wear strip, between your wear strip and your tail. This is the part that goes in your hand. So if you're taking your bull rope there, you can see your rosin patch starts there. Take a wrap. Take a wrap, put it there. Look how much of your rosin patch is left. There's not much. There's not much to hang a spur in there. And guys love the heck out of that. They don't care for the round braid. Sometimes they think they can get a spur in there, but I braid this just as hard as I do everything else. But there you are, guys. That pretty much covers what you need to look for. Again, if you have any questions, I've got more videos coming up at JskBullRopes.net. And look for me on YouTube and then on Facebook as well. We'll go ahead and see what we can do about giving you the materials to make the right decisions. Thank you, and have a good day.